Welcome back, citizens, to another edition of City Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Jaime, with co-host Danny Lamonte. Thank you, Danny, for doing this City Talk with us.
No problem, Carlos.
Our guest speaker, Matty Hartley.
Hartley,
sorry. Sorry about that. Matty Hartley, business loan officer with Small Business Assistance Corporation. Today, they will be discussing the application process, minimum credit score, program benefits, use of the loan program in conjunction with the Revolving loan program, and who to contact for more information. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to Danny Lamonte to get started.
Well, thank you, Carlos. We're just happy to have Miss Matty Hartley here with SBAC to inform the residents about the loan programs that she has. So I'm going to dive right into it and get started. Matty, if you can kind of tell us a little bit about what SBAC is to start with.
Absolutely. Small Business Assistance Corporation, SBA, was started in 1989 by our CEO, Tony O'Reilly, and Stephen George, our Vice President. It's a nonprofit organization that is a member and licensed with the Small Business Administration, and we are here to do loans in the state of Georgia.
Okay. Well, Matty, now that you told me a little bit about your organization, if you can kind of summarize and tell a little bit about what you do with the organization.
Absolutely. I lend USDA, Department of Agriculture loans. The amount is $150,000 max. Rate is about a 6.5% right now, which is an excellent rate. And with real estate, we can lend up to 15 years.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like you got a lot of good programs that will be able to help. Could you briefly summarize the loan programs that's available to the citizens of Waycross? There's
several different loan programs that we can loan USDA, as I was talking about, $150,000 being a max. Real estate, they can loan, our term can be 15 years, and it's a 6.50. There's also different loans that my area lend, 7A loans, 504 up to $5.5 million for a very large project, and those can be funneled through our department also.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you have a lot of money to lend, and hopefully we have some citizens that want to borrow some money, so hopefully this will be a great partnership. Could you tell us who would be eligible for those loan programs?
Anyone who is a U.S. citizen who has no federal arrest, current on all federal loans, whether it be a student loan, a Freddie or Fannie mortgage, someone who has no judgment, tax liens, all taxes paid current.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, what types of items are usually required with these loan applications, and is there a fee to actually apply?
No fee to apply. We do request an application be given with a signature, giving us authorization to run credit. 2 years tax return at the least, business and personal, if they're an existing business. A personal financial statement, which can be given off of our which can be received off of the website, www.sbacsav.com, and a business plan. Someone who sits down and writes the business plan of any projections and expenses of income that they may have.
Okay. Well, that sounds like the things that the average person wouldn't have trouble getting a hold to. So that's great. What's the application process, and how long does it usually take on these programs?
There's several different ways to apply for a USDA loan. One would be by calling me, 912-667-1577. going online to our website. Again, it's www.sbacsav.com, applying online through the application program and submitting that. Once that's submitted, it runs through our vice president, again, Stephen George's desk, and he then reviews the application and places that with which loan officer would be able to work that loan.
Okay, okay. Well, Matty, I'm going to ask you a question that I usually get a lot with my loan programs, and I think a lot of people wonder this, and it kind of keeps them from applying on a lot of loans. What's the minimum credit score on these type of loan programs?
You know, Danny, I hate to say a minimum credit bureau score, because that's not actually what we look at. Obviously, you're going to get points. It's a point system. You're going to get points for good credit, but you're also going to get points for being a veteran, for being in a rural area, for being a manager or in management of the existing company that you're wishing to expand or wishing to start up.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. It kind of helps ease a lot of people's anxiety about applying for the loans, because there are other factors that goes into your decision-making process besides the credit score. So that's great. Are your loan programs, can they be used in conjunction with our City of Waycross loan programs?
Absolutely. USDA can be used to purchase a building or purchase real estate. If there's monies that need to be, working capital monies that need to be borrowed, those can also be funded through USDA, or they can be funded through a microloan, an SBAC microloan, or they can be partnered with you, with the City of Waycross.
Okay, okay, well, that's great. Like I said, we look forward to working with SBAC on a lot of the loan programs, on some of the programs that we may not have funding for. So that's great. Could you explain to the residents how these programs would help the City of Waycross as a whole?
Absolutely. I say when interviewing a customer or talking to a customer, we're trying to put rural America back to work. And by doing so, we're placing money in rural America, downtown areas, farming areas. And what does that do? It brings tax dollars and jobs to the area.
Yeah. And that's great, and that's what we do our program as well for our revolving loan program. And that leads me to my next question about the contact person and whom and where to contact. I'm actually the contact person for our revolving loan program. You can reach me at 287-2964, and I can either call Ms. Hartley, or if you want to know about our program. And Ms. Hartley, if you can let them know about your contact information and where they can apply.
Absolutely. You can contact me again at 912-667-1577. I can meet a customer at their present location. I can meet them here, I'm assuming at City Hall.
Yes.
Or they can go and apply at www.sbacsav.com. Facebook page, like us and share us.
All right. You even got Facebook, so that's great. Well, Matty, is there anything else you want to share about the loan programs that you're going to be working with the City of Waycross on?
I'd like the citizens of Waycross to know that I'm here to help. I'm here to help them succeed in an existing business by injecting some cash, or to help someone with a business plan and projections on starting up a new business.
Okay, well, that's great. Like I said, we look forward to partnering with you, and we thank you for coming and sharing that information with our citizens.
Thank you.
And now back over to my co-host, Carlos Jaime.
Thank you, Danny. And this is coming to an end of another edition of City Talk. Once again, I'm your host, Carlos Jaime, with co-host Danny Lamonte, guest speaker Matty Hartley with Small Business Assistance Corporation. Thank you for watching City Talk on Channel 42.